original Replica By The Fireplace, a small little 30 milliliter. Then to its immediate left we have Paris Corner Ameer Factory Edition Campfire 100 milliliters. I've already done a review of that. You can check out that video, it's from a little while ago. It has improved in intensity and performance and just sent since I got it, so it'll be good to revisit it. And then this is the one that's not really a dupe, but similar, Ameer Al Oud Intense Oud. And the new one for today is this one, the Dossier Dupe Woody Chestnut. So I'm going to be going over quite a few Dossier dupes in the near future because I purchased a bunch. I already had one in the freshies. Hopefully this one performs better than that one. So this one is 50 milliliters, 30 milliliters, 100 milliliters. And I believe this one was, I can't remember if this was 100 or not. So Woody Chestnut came in this cardboard box. This little paper has the notes. So top notes are pink pepper, orange blossom, and cloves. And then middle notes, chestnut, kayak wood, and cade wood. And then vanilla, Peru balsam, and cedar wood. All of them are pretty much the same. You can see the notes here. Cloves, pink pepper, orange blossom, chestnut, kayak wood, and juniper. Then vanilla, Peru balsam, and cashmeran. So slight differences, but not too much. I'll also put all of the notes on the screen as we go. So the plan is to spray them all, test them side by side. I have a bag of coffee here to smell in between to sort of give my nose a break from the same thing, because sometimes you can go nose blind smelling the same notes over and over again. And we're going to see which of the dupes are most similar. And this is kind of here just to provide a contrast, to show how much closer or not the dupes are to the original. So let's prep our testers. usually show up until like 10 hours after the spray. It's a very intense. It lasts all day. Oh, the original is perfect. Such an excellent balance of smoky, a little bit of sweet, but predominantly woody. It's definitely the wood comes out prominently. There's some sweetness, that orange blossom a little, but it's mostly wood. It's perfect. The Dossier is a little bit weak in my opinion. I wonder if they would perform different on clothes and definitely on skin, because there's the chemistry, the body chemistry to take into account. But I think the Ameer Campfire leans a little bit more into that pink pepper. Maybe it's because it's the opening, but that pink pepper, I can smell it above the wood, that spiciness. The Dossier almost smells like it's missing a note, but I don't know exactly what it is. It's something that makes the original a little bit more feminine, but also a bit, it's almost like there's a musk or something that makes it smell a bit more like a perfume, but still very photorealistic. It's got this great in between, I don't know how to explain it. The Dossier has this sharpness, whereas I don't want to use the word creaminess because that suggests milk and lactonic, and there's not a lactonic note, but something that softens the edges a bit. Whereas the Dossier, it's almost a sour sharp, but they're both quite close. Obviously the Ameer Al-Oud is kind of like a distant cousin, so I would say in terms of projection, the original is slightly, very, very slightly more powerful than the two dupes, the Dossier and the Campfire. Now the Campfire took a little bit to sort of develop. Originally it was quite weak, but it has gotten better over time. The Dossier may as well, but I wouldn't say it's a huge difference. It's slight. They're so similar. I would say that price-wise, obviously the original is the most expensive, then the Dossier, then the Campfire, because it also depends when you get the Dossier. They often have sales, but this is only 50 milliliters. This one is 100 milliliters, so you get a lot more product. I don't think I'll need to buy any more of either for walks. I have like what, 30, 50, 180 milliliters of very similar scent. Yeah, they all have something slightly different from each other, but so slight, like 95%. The original has this almost clean fabric musk somewhere in there that softens it a little bit. The Ameer Campfire has a peppery zing, and the Dossier has something that kind of smells a bit sour or a bit, it's a little sharp, but again it's slight. Those are the big differences that come out to me, but they're all very close. I will say, as it starts to dry down, I think that the Dossier does have a bit more lasting power than the Campfire. The Campfire is kind of beginning to fade more quickly. Yeah, the Ameer Al-Oud is completely different territory. It's much louder. It projects much more strongly. Oh, there's no even question between the two. No question between the two. I would say overall the performance is quite a little below average for all of them. So, I think the great thing is if you can get a dupe that's good, you can overspray, which you kind of needed to do with these for sure. Because compared to the Ameer Al-Oud, they're not as loud and they don't project as much. I'm gonna spray them on my wrists now. I'm gonna do a dupe on reviews that are non-ASMR. Maybe just a soft spoken rather than a whisper for the shorts. Just to do individual reviews of different perfumes that I've already done long form reviews of. Let me know what you think about that. If you're more a fan of the non-whispering or you like the softest spoken. I'm gonna have lots of different things on the channel, but yeah. So on my skin, the original of course is amazing. Maybe it's the kind of wood that is being used. Something about it is just smoother. And on my skin, I have to say the Dossier has better projection on my skin. I think the Dossier works better with my body chemistry. But they're quite close. So, what is the best alternative to the original out of the two? I'm going with the Dossier this time around, but by a hair. By a hair, just the slightest. I think it works better on me. It has a little bit better projection. That little sourness is kind of dissipated over time. But Campfire is still a great option. Again, I'm talking about splitting hairs here. That's how close they are. They're both different from the original in very slight but different ways. It's very difficult, but I will say they are so close.